crazy about racing is like it's been a part of my whole life. Like my dad raced before I was born, so like I was just kind of born into this. And you know, I've had a lot of success over the years, so it's just led me down this path where now I've got a full-fledged career. I've won one, I've got second once, and then I got upside down racing for the lead the first night, so shame on me. But no, we're going good. The equipment's working well. The engine runs great. The driver just has to show up and do his job. Okay. So that's the most non-vocal human being you'll ever meet right there.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I got something to say. I usually say it, but it's not very often.
It's not very often. I'm the general manager of EMI. I run the day-to-day operation for business, and I manage 6 fabricators. Not a big group, but we get a lot of work done, and there's a lot to keep track of. Ready to go racing? Okay. Do you want to meet my friends? Do you like that color? Yeah? I couldn't decide. I was gonna get you another pink one, and I thought you already got a pink one, so we tinted a blue one.
Where are we headed today?
Cam Raceway in Hastings, Nebraska. It's what I would call my home track. I've raced there since 1997. It's a small track, so it lends for close racing all the time. You know, there's not a lot of time to breathe. You're always in traffic. It's a little more intense than, you know, racing on a bigger track. The kid that preps the track does an amazing job preparing the racing surface for us, so we have multiple grooves of racing. You know, that makes it exciting not only for us as drivers, but for the fans to watch.
Thank you all for coming out. See a couple new guys out here, a couple people traveled a long ways. If you're new to the track, we enter here, exit on this side. When you exit the track, please go around and then down. There's a slight chance in the forecast we might get some rain later. We just have to keep things rolling all night. Every class after the feature, no matter what, top 5 scale. And we'll let you know from there if we're teching or what we're teching.
I saw this meme once that said, are you the type of person that goes sock, sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe? And then it followed it up with, what kind of psychopath goes sock, shoe, shoe? Hey, look, mama, got the EMI on today. I was fortunate growing up because my dad raced before me, so I was, you know, I'm a second generation racer where he had to learn a lot the hard way too, and so, you know, even my learning curve was a lot shorter because, you know, he had done it long before I had ever come into existence.
I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have this to do. I've been racing with Frank since '97. This track is where I bought my first car from a guy up here by the name of Rob Lipker. And then I continued to race up here for quite a few years. And then obviously when Frank was old enough, we raced up here quite a bit. So. Motor sounded good, you know, I mean, I think we're pretty good. Look good anyway. He's looking at the fuel right now, so he'll look at the O2 sensor, see if we need to make any adjustments.
It just seemed like it had a hesitation on takeoff, but...
Was it lean down there?
Well, this little doodad right there is where it closes. This was my best lap. My average is 84.7. I mean, we're like 85 across the board. But my lap times are really slow. I don't know. Who's that? You remember him? What did he bring you last time?
Kalala.
I got a kid from Australia here with me. Next week we go to one of the biggest races in the country. He's gonna commentate, so he stays with me for a couple weeks. Ebbity goobity bobbity. What is this? Is that
Play-Doh.
Ew. It's all over your head.
Daddy a kiss again. Give him a kiss.
Why are you doing that? Did your new numbers feel fast?
Yeah. They look cool, don't they? I like them.
Yeah, I got a few friends. Especially working in the industry, it's nice to have relationships with as many people as you can. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time and I've learned the hard way on a lot of things. So, I mean, to help others shorten that learning curve is a big deal because I also have to go share the track with them too, you know? It's also, you know, it's like a family because the people you meet in that are also passionate about it, that, you know, that also compete or do this, they do understand because they're in it too. And so those are the people that I'm closest with. They're, you know, I've got friends all over the world that do this because of it. So it's neat.
Zach,
on camera.
we're on TV, Zach. I even got the microphone, so.
You got a microphone?
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Green flag this time, Mark. Come on, Sunday, green flag.
We made some really good laps. I was cautious the first few just to make sure I gave myself enough time to get by cars that were slower, and then when we got to the lead and got clean air, we just held it to the floor for the rest of the race. I wouldn't say we're very far off in hot laps. We made just a minor adjustment to the fueling and it looked really good. I have a lot of technology on my race car that acquires a lot of data. It tells me like my air fuel ratios. I have an O2 sensor in my exhaust pipe. It shows me my RPMs, my lap times, my fuel pressures, battery voltage, water temperature, so I know that it's running at its most optimum performance.
So 1, 2, 3, I got 4 gallons in there. That's just about perfect.
You getting the light show back there?
Hope that rain ain't coming this way.
Which way is that one moving? Is that one going the same direction? I guess I have.
Yeah, they're going
At least
east.
They're going okay. Maybe we'll get through it and then have to drive home through crap.
Yeah.
He's gonna get put to the back. He went too early.
Yeah, it's the third time he's done it.
Before the line, and they put him right to the back. So Yeah, see, they let him go. That's not fair. At this track, it's just club racing. So what they do is after 2 weeks, they start you by your season point average. So the best averages start in the back, and the lower averages start in the front. I'm pretty confident we'll get to the front. We just have to be sort of cautious on the way through there. I mean, you can't be too cautious because there's a lot of cars to pass, obviously, and you don't have a ton of time, but you don't want to be overly aggressive and junk your equipment either. So make sure you get the hair. He done it up for you.
She's chasing that dirt, that grandma.
Last minute inspection.
Uh-oh. Grab him. Oh, nice. What's his name?
Cash.
Given my parenting situation, my daughter only gets to come about every other week, but she loves the races. She'll tell you if you ask her, she wants to be a race car driver. So I don't know how I feel about that because it's exciting for me because obviously it's my passion and I would love to share my passion with my child, but on the other hand, it's like I understand the dangers of what I do, and to put my child out there would be nerve-wracking to say the least. They're filming you.
Is that after bedtime?
No.
No.
I'm at the races.
What time's your bedtime? You don't know? Just when Daddy says go to bed? You don't go to sleep when I put you to bed anyway.
Yeah.
What do you usually do?
I watch TV. It's my favorite.
My best nights are when my daughter's here, so she kind of keeps me at ease. So sometimes I wonder if I get to come home if I don't win when she's around because she gets upset more than I do. I've lost friends over racing because, you know, like growing up in the summertime when I'm not in school or whatever, you know, I'm in the garage working on race car stuff, and then all weekend long I'm traveling across the country racing and competing and trying to make something of this racing thing.
Okay, let's go get our seat.
This is my baby, man. We've everything about it is me. It's nice to have something that you put your heart and soul into to go compete with. I don't know, it's just the one thing that I've always just been so passionate about for my entire life, and I've literally dedicated my life to it.
Galusha lights are gonna go out. Better tighten those belts a little bit stronger because we're gonna go 25 fast laps around Camp Raceway. He got pinched down there on the berm, causing it to go upside down.
He was running really good tonight.
I think he was sitting probably almost fourth, fifth. Race fans, good news down there on the front stretch. Let Alex and Owen hear you.
Good job, Frank.
That was the first time a racetrack wore me out a little bit this year.
She looked a little rough. Look, man,
She was rough.
3 and 4, she was really stuck.
I kind of remember in the beginning I was trying to be maybe too cautious because the track's really rough and tricky, and you know, just observing previous features in the other classes, a lot of guys were crashing and tearing equipment up, so I kind of wanted to let everything sort out before I really started going hard. Then I remember getting to a point where I was like, okay, it's time to go, and I just started getting after it. The white car was running the high side in front of me, and he was kind of in the lane I wanted to be in, but he was better than the guy that was on the low side, and that guy was just glued to the bottom, not coming up. So I waited a couple laps before they got next to each other, and I just decided I'm done being patient. I'm going. You can't win the race in the first 5 laps. It's the last lap that counts. So I just took my time, and when I had openings, I took them. And you know, once I got out into second, I knew I could run down the leader, which I did, and then it was just smooth sailing from there. I got a lot of momentum right now. I've got 2 in a row. That last one was last Saturday, and the next one I'm going to is for a lot of money. So, you know, I need this momentum. I need to have results so I can be confident when I go to the next one.